Did you know that OK and Coca-Cola are the two most recognized terms in the world, regardless of language? Coca-Cola may seem like it's just a beverage, but it has a much bigger influence on the world than we may think. I myself have been a pretty heavy Coca-Cola drinker in my life, so I decided to go more into depth with the actual company behind the drink. I also think that there's a big difference between Coke and Pepsi. Like, I know a lot of people that go to restaurants and they ask for Coke and they say, is Pepsi okay? And they're like, I guess. But I'm one of those people that doesn't think it's okay. For us to learn more about Coca-Cola, we need to discover how the company originated, its success as a business, and its influence on our society today. I will begin by talking about the key people involved in the formation of the company. Even though there are many people that were involved in forming Coca-Cola, I will focus on John Pemberton and Asa Chambers. Starting with John Pemberton. He was born July 8 in 1831 in Knoxville, Virginia. He studied pharmacy and medicine at Reformed Medical College of Georgia. According to an article in Beverage World magazine, it was on a hot August afternoon in 1885 when Pemberton first mixed a fragrant caramel-colored liquid that would eventually become the formula for the soft drink we know today as Coca-Cola. But this wasn't Pemberton's first drink. He was first known for his beverage called Pemberton's French Wine Coca. That drink had alcohol in it, but when Prohibition hit in Atlanta and other parts of the United States, he had to switch to a non-alcoholic drink, which was Coca-Cola. So in the late 1880s, Pemberton, even though he did make Coca-Cola kind of a big deal, he still wasn't capable of making the business, of taking the business to the next level. So Asa Chambers came in. He was an investor. He had a lot of money, and he was a very successful businessman. So he bought the Coca-Cola formula from Pemberton in the late 1880s. He began selling Coke for 5 cents each, and he was great at marketing by handing out coupons at the time, which wasn't like, no one really handed out coupons, so he brought in a lot of people to try Coke. He ruled the company for 26 years, from 1891 to 1919. And according to the International Directory of Company History, Chandler left the company in 1916. Coca-Cola has been sold in Cuba, Jamaica, Germany, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, France, and England by the time that he left. So Chandler really took Coca-Cola from a local business in Atlanta to a global and international business. So now that we know about the background of the company, let's move on to the success of the business. Like I said earlier, Coca-Cola's success didn't come overnight. Pemberton struggled to make his formulas a big deal, so he only sold 25 bottles his first year. But today, 1.8 billion are sold each day with just Coke alone. According to Morningstar.com, which is like a stock market website, Coca-Cola's current stock value is at $37.22. So Coca-Cola is doing pretty good, so if you want to invest in anything, Coca-Cola is a good idea. And according to the article, Sustainability and the Coca-Cola Company by Heather Walsh, 70% of Coca-Cola's beverages are sold outside of North America. So it's crazy to think how a company that originated here in the States is actually much more popular in other parts of the world. And in 2004, Coca-Cola, Pepsi knows that Coca-Cola was doing a lot better than them. Because according to the book Inside Coca-Cola by Neville Ipso, in Belgium, for example, we had a 68% market share compared to 5% of Pepsi. So Coca-Cola was doing way better than Pepsi, even though Pepsi is very similar to Coca-Cola, or they also have RC, which is also pretty similar, but Coca-Cola is completely knocking it out of the water. So as you have seen, Coca-Cola's success has been truly remarkable. And so moving on, Coca-Cola's influence on our society today. Coca-Cola owns 500 different beverages, So if you're drinking drinks such as Sprite, vitamin water, Powerade, Minute Maid lemonade, or Johnny water, it's all owned by Coca-Cola. You can't really escape them. Coke makes so many different beverages that if you drank one drink per day, it would take you over 9 years to try them all. Coke also sponsors some of our favorite events and organizations around the world. Coca-Cola started sponsoring the Olympics in 1928 when they were held in Amsterdam, and ever since then, Coca-Cola has been the main sponsor for the Olympic Games. Coca-Cola also sponsors NASCAR, and they used to sponsor American Idol, but I think they switched to Snapple now. And the NBA is also sponsored by them, and the NCAA basketball championships for men and women. Coca-Cola also has founded the Coca-Cola Foundation. According to Coca-Cola.com, between 2002 and 2010, our foundation gave a total of $273 million to 4 main foundations within the actual foundation. They give money to a water and sanitation foundation. They also have a foundation for healthy and active lifestyles, which is pretty ironic since Coca-Cola is not good for you. They also are really big on recycling. I remember in my high school they used to have like these Coca-Cola shaped recycling bottles where they promote like recycling of their own products and other products too that are not just Coca-Cola. And they also help with education and they support school dropout prevention. In conclusion, Coca-Cola is a huge company with a long history. All in all, I hope you learned something new about how the company originated, its success, and its influence on our society today. Every human life is made to fit someplace, and there is a place for everyone. This is a quote said by Kamile, the man that took over the company and bought the formula for Pemberton. It tells you that we are all here to create something great in our lives. It's crazy to think how a single beverage can turn into the most recognizable brand in the world.